All right, let's dive right into this explainer and demystify the whole process of building a fully functional AI system in literally just one weekend. Look, I know it sounds kind of impossible, right? But if you've been watching the AI space explode lately and you're wondering how to actually transition from just reading about all these amazing new capabilities to deploying them yourself, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're locking in on a highly specific action-oriented goal, which is how to build your very first AI tool. We're not talking about a massive, world-changing platform here, but one highly focused, functional tool. We're going to walk through a precise roadmap pulled directly from a comprehensive source guide that is designed to get you building immediately. So right out of the gate, the absolute most crucial point is embracing this radical constraint. Pick one idea and make the smallest useful version work. Honestly, this isn't just a suggestion, it's a superpower. Because when you're dealing with intelligent agents, complex workflows, and large language models, the temptation is always there to build this massive do-everything platform, and inevitably, you fail. By optimizing for completion over perfection, you kill scope creep before it even has a chance to start. To get us there, our agenda covers 4 steps. 1. Pick just one idea. 2. Where to find inspiration. 3. Learn before you build. And 4. The weekend build sequence. Starting off with Section 1, pick just one idea. The source guide actually curates these 8 highly constrained real-world ideas for you to choose from. Notice how none of these are just throwaway weekend toys, right? They're actual, valuable, operational workflows. You could build a product hunt opportunity scout that reviews top launches to find customer problems. Or maybe a reliable client intake workflow that takes a simple form submission, validates the data, classifies the lead, drafts a response, and then logs the whole execution. You might even opt for a mini chief of staff that turns a messy inbox and calendar into a clean, prioritized daily brief. The real beauty here is that any single one of these is a complete tool that you can realistically stand up in a single weekend. Let's actually drill down into one of these, the PDF exception processor. I mean, we all know the absolute soul-crushing pain of dealing with PDFs filled with messy tables, weird layouts, terrible scans, you name it. This tool takes the somewhat abstract concept of RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, and anchors it to a highly tangible problem. It specifically targets extracting structured fields from public PDFs, all while preserving the page references and actively flagging the fields it's uncertain about. It's just a perfect bite-sized tool that actually delivers massive administrative value. Or think about the support ticket router. This is a perfectly concrete example of a multi-agent system. Basically, you feed it synthetic support tickets, and it classifies them by topic, urgency, impact, and owner, and then it drafts a response. But here is the kicker, the really crucial part. It's designed to escalate risky or low-confidence cases automatically. It doesn't try to be a hero and solve everything. It just solves the routing and knows exactly when to call for human help. And honestly, that is the true essence of a reliable system. Moving on to Section 2, where to find inspiration. Because what if those 8 specific ideas we just talked about don't really grab you? Well, you're going to need to source your own high-value problem. The secret to a great tool isn't just brainstorming in a vacuum, it's observing where friction already exists in the wild. The guide provides a specific roadmap for hunting down those operational workflows that businesses are actually more than willing to pay to improve. You can mine specific directories to find this exact friction. Search the Y Combinator directory, specifically looking at B2B software, so you can compare startups solving similar business problems. Or you can dig into Product Hunt's productivity category to look for products that strictly exist to remove repeated work. You can explore N8N workflow templates, or honestly, one of my absolute favorites, scour the show Hacker News comments. Look, developers love to complain, right? So find that specific feature they are repeatedly requesting from other builders and just build the one tool that heals that exact pain point. Which brings us to Section 3, learn before you build. Once you've locked in your one idea, before you touch a single line of code or place a single workflow node, you absolutely have to master the prep phase. The guide offers a curated reading list, and it's aimed strictly at recognizing system patterns before you attempt to build them. Notice the emphasis here on reading selectively. You are not trying to memorize the documentation. AI moves way too fast for that anyway. You're just reading to understand the architecture so you can apply it directly to your one specific tool. There are 4 main architectural concepts you need to familiarize yourself with. First, reliable NN workflows for things like error handling and reusable sub-workflows. Second, documents and RAG, so understanding concepts like chunking and Gemini file search.
Third, multi-agent systems for routing and delegation. And finally, MCP and tools, ensuring you really understand standard connections and permissions. These 4 pillars are the core building blocks of modern AI tools.
And let's just make a really vital distinction here for your tool. Notice the difference between orchestrating work with multi-agents versus using MCP, the Model Context Protocol. Multi-agent systems are really all about the brain power, right? It's how different AI personas delegate tasks to each other, orchestrate research, and manage failure coordination. MCP, on the flip side, is the secure plumbing. It's the standard connection between your AI apps, your data, and your external tools, handling host permissions and exposed triggers. So you need the agents for the brains and the MCP for the secure plumbing. And finally, Section 4, the weekend build sequence.
So you've got your constraints, you've got your idea, and you've got your foundational knowledge. Now it is time to build. This 4-step sequence is how you transition from reading to actually doing. Step 1, read one item from those learning sections. Step 2, commit to your one single idea. Step 3, sketch it out. And Step 4, build the absolute smallest path that actually works. Seriously, do not add extra features, do not waste your time making the UI pretty, just make the data flow from start to finish.
Now, I really want to heavily emphasize Step 3. Before you build, you must sketch the inputs, the logic, the tools, and the outputs. But pay special attention to that last point, the failure path. Sketching out exactly how your tool will fail before you even build it is what separates a reliable, robust system from a brittle weekend hack. Think about it. If the PDF extraction fails, what happens next? If the support ticket confidence is too low, where does it route? Anticipate the break and design the catch.
So, you have the roadmap, you understand the constraints, and you know the sequence. The only thing left now is the execution. By focusing ruthlessly on building just one tool and anticipating your failure paths from the start, you are setting yourself up for an incredible win. So take a look at your own daily workflows, find the friction, and ask yourself, what is the absolute smallest, useful version of a solution that you will build this weekend? Pick your one idea and go build it.